George Kruis to start for Barbarians against England at Twickenham in final match before retirement. Head coach Fabian Galthy has selected the 32-year-old in the second row alongside Will Skelton, in a side otherwise dominated by Grand Slam winners France. Sunday's match forms a key part of England's preparations ahead their three-test summer series against Australia, live on Sky Sports. George Kruis will make one final Twickenham appearance after being named in the Barbarians starting lineup for Sunday's match against England. The former England and Saracens lock, who has spent the last 2 years with Japanese club Panasonic Wild Knights after winning 45 caps for his country from 2014 to 2020, is retiring after the game. Sponsored link. If you'd rule Thailand, this game simulates geopolitical conflicts. Conflict of Nations. Recommended by head coach Fabian Galthy has selected the 32-year-old in the second row along with Australian Will Skelton, his former Saracens teammate, in a side otherwise dominated by Grand Slam winners France. Galthy's champions provide 10 of the starting lineup, although, in the case of captain Charles Ollivon, it marks a return to international action after being sidelined during the Six Nations with injury. The only other representatives from elsewhere are Fiji's Lavani Botia and Georgia pair Beka Gigashvili and David Naniashvili, all of whom play their club rugby in France. There are also 8 French players on the bench. Twitter. Due to your consent preferences, you're not able to view this. Privacy options. Galthy, who has led a training camp in Monaco this week, said, "It has been a good experience for us. We have 19 French players, so we are the British Barbarians with a French accent. We have a good balance of very young players and experienced players." Galthy believes playing alongside Skelton at Twickenham, the scene of domestic success as well as international triumphs, will be a fitting farewell for 2019 World Cup finalist Kruis. Twitter. Due to your consent preferences, you're not able to view this. Privacy options. Galthy said, "Will is big and good and clever. I don't know why he is not an international player now. Maybe they manage players in their country and overseas, maybe not, but in this case it is an opportunity for us because he wanted to play with George Kruis. It is like a present for George because they played at Saracens years ago. It is a nice story." Barbarians 15. Max Spring, France, Racing 92-14. Damien Penaud, France, Clermont, 13. Verimi Vakatawa, France, Racing 92-12. Lavani Botia, Fiji, La Rochelle, 11. David Naniashvili, Georgia, Lyon, 10. Antoine Hastoy, France, Pau, 9. Baptiste Coulaud, France, Lyon, 1. Jean-Baptiste Gros, France, Toulon, 2. Pierre Bourgaret, France, La Rochelle, 3. Beka Gigashvili, Georgia, Toulon, 4. George Kruis, England, Panasonic Wild Knights, 5. Will Skelton, Australia, La Rochelle, 6. Dylan Cretin, France, Lyon, 7. Charles Ollivon, Captain, France, Toulon, 8. Yoann Tanga, France, Racing 92. Replacements. 16. Danny Priso, France, La Rochelle, 17. Christopher Tolafua, France, Toulon, 18. Sipili Falatia, France, Clermont, 19. Thomas Laval, La Rochelle, 20. Nolan Le Garrick, R92, 21. Louis Carbonell, France, Toulon, 22. Sekou Makalou, France, Stade Francais, 23. Tani Villi, France, Clermont, 24. Thomas Laclayette, France, Oyonnax, Travelling Reserve,